Let's see what's 89. Very sad to hear of the passing of Julee Cruise. I heard about her dying yesterday. It didn't really hit me until I saw the articles today revealing that she'd actually committed suicide. So I took a closer look at some of the articles and started to think about it a bit more today. It's very sad. She was only 65. She'd been sick for a while and had some problems. There's an article on Julee Cruise in Rolling Stone. Julee Cruise, singer and frequent David Lynch collaborator, dead at 65. The Iowa-born singer's voice was integral to many of Lynch's projects, including Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet. The news was confirmed by her husband, Edward Grinan, on Facebook, per The Guardian. She left this realm on her own terms, no regrets, he wrote. She's at peace. I played her B-52 song Roam during her transition. Now she will roam forever. Rest in peace, my love. He later told news that reporters that Cruise died by suicide after struggling with lupus, depression and alcohol and drug addiction. She had systematic lupus since about 2018. She shared on her Facebook page that she was suffering from symptomatic lupus and she was having difficulty walking and standing, and apparently had addiction and alcohol problems in relation to dealing with that, because living with chronic pain is no fun. I have some issues myself, and it's not easy. Carl McLaughlin wrote, deeply saddened by the passing of Julee Cruise today. Her angelic voice transported us all to another dimension. Now she's floating among the angels, sending love to her family, friends, and fans today. David Lynch also did a tribute. He had glasses on. He said very few words. She said she was a great singer, a great human being. She was born in Iowa in 1956. She moved to New York to be Janis Joplin in a play. She did a lot of little indie music things all around the scene. Lynch heard of her somehow and brought her in to work on some songs for Blue Velvet, and she got some attention there, but no one really knew what to do with her music because it didn't really fit into any category. But then a year or so later, she did an album in 1989. And then a year, not long after that, Twin Peaks came out and they used the instrumental of one of the songs they did, Falling, as the theme song, and it was number one. It was huge. It was number one all over the world. It was gigantic, along with Twin Peaks. And suddenly people didn't care what category she was. They were just playing her on the radio. And it was one of those memorable songs. And like most of her music from that era, it's very timeless, very unique. It's not like pop music that ages badly and ages quickly. They're all pieces of art, small pieces of art that don't age, and they're beautiful. And I love her music. I listen to her albums and the soundtracks for Twin Peaks and Fire Walk with Me for years and years. That's all I listened to for a while there, and they're very good for inspiring art and creativity. I'm really going to miss her. I had wanted to see her live. I assumed she would show up somewhere and do some little concert, but I never heard of it. Apparently she had been touring with the B-52s. She had joined in after one of the singers left, and she apparently did that from 92 to 1999, which explains why there was a decade between her second album and her third album in 2002. I've forgotten what it was called. The second album was called The Voice of Love in 1993, and her third album, which is in 2002, was The Art of Being a Girl, and then her last album was in 2011 called My Secret Life. The second two albums were more jazz and electronica and a bit more eclectic and pop, whereas the first two were very much sort of dreamy, sort of pop, sort of whatever that thing her and David Lynch created was, and I do love them. And the last thing that she did a lot of collaborations. She collaborated with Pharrell and Moby and DJ Dimitri and Hybrid and people like that, and she did a lot of work. She didn't stop working until she got sick, and it's just really sad that she was only 65, and I really wanted to see her live, and obviously I missed out on that. It's just, she was also in the series Twin Peaks. She played the Roadhouse. She was in the band in the Roadhouse, so she was in episodes just performing her own songs, including in Fire Walk with Me, and then eventually in Twin Peaks: The Return in 2017, which was lucky. It almost didn't happen because she'd actually fallen out with David Lynch after some of the collaborations, and they made up just around the time, and she just managed to slip into The Return, which is nice. She just did The World Spins, which is one of the great songs from the episode where we find out who killed Laura Palmer. She played that again in the Roadhouse. I wish they'd done a new piece of music for the soundtrack. They did a soundtrack album which had that song in there because it was in the show, but it wasn't a new song, and I really wish they collaborated and created something new. But it's just nice to see her there again. She only had a few singles as well. What were they? There was like 7 of them. Here it is. Lost the discography. There was Falling in 1990, and in 1991 she did Rockin' Back Inside My Heart and Summer Kisses, Winter Tears. The first 2 were from her album Floating Into the Night, and Summer Kisses, Winter Tears were from Until the End of the World soundtrack. Questions in a World of Blue and Moving In On You were both from The Voice of Love, but they were both promo only. And then If I Survive was the 1999 song with Hybrid, which she did from Wild Angel. I'm surprised she didn't release more singles because she had a lot of collaborations, but she has other singles other people did that she was involved in. So I don't know. I just wanted to do a video to just commemorate that she's passed and some of the things she did and what she meant to me. I really loved her music, and I really, really wish I'd gotten to see her and hear her voice live in person, but I didn't. So it's sad that she passed away as she did. I'm wondering what the laws are where she passed, because it sounds like he assisted her, allegedly, supposedly, but so long as she went the way she wanted and she went in peace, to whatever degree she could, I guess, that's what matters. I don't have anything else to say. I just wanted to just pay tribute, and I've been listening to her music, and some of the singles I had on her albums that I've bought on the soundtracks, just so they get a little extra hit, and so I've got them in other places, so I never run out of a copy of those songs. And yeah, I'm just going to go listen to some more of her music.